Okay. Okay. I think that should work now. Keep opening the wrong window up. But I think how late is this? Think can I know please? How late is this? Can I know please? How late is this? Forgot to mute that. That's why I mute my desktop. But I think let me mute it. I think that should be everything. Hopefully. I don't know why every time I go on my other window it flashes like that because it doesn't show it like that. But oh well, just keeps telling me about my stream health, but anyways. So okay, I have my desktop muted. Okay, we're fine. I just had to make sure it looks fine on here, especially if it's just me right here. What is this? Huh. Like, I mean, luckily my desktop doesn't have anything wrong, but like, it's, you know, it's kind of weird that it doesn't, it's weird that it doesn't really, show in here. What's, what is this? I'm typically not used to how the chat is on the window or on a desktop. I'm always used to the mobile version. Well, I just realized I messed up the description. Whoops. As there isn't a project. I repeated myself. Whoops. As there isn't a project, isn't a project. Okay. Alright. There. I think I should be fine. But, let me just. I I seem to be quiet. Wait. Does that help? What is this mic supposed to be? Because obviously I'm not gonna. If I twist it completely, that's not gonna be good. I think I'm gonna be distorted. Yeah, I was right. I was going to be distorted. Oh shoot. So let me mute this. Wait. Hello, Megadong. As you can see from okay, there's so much menus I need to like keep up and such. So yeah. Um, let me just, Megadong, if you're here still, just tell me if things are going right. Because, you know, it's been 2 months since I've actually tested a stream on my computer because well, it's not completely done. Just because the biggest thing obviously I want of like what I wanted out of this was the chat, because I really wanted to. Yeah, again, I don't. I think that's just this mic as a whole, or I just had to really talk close to the mic, which is kind of unfortunate. Unless it's, I don't know, because I'm talking behind it, but I think this is actually the front. Now I'm talking on top of it. But, yeah, basically, this is what, like, well, I personally don't think anyone else is going to show up because it's my fault for just, I spent too long on the thumbnail. So, but I generally don't think anyone else is probably going to join, but like, this is what I kind of meant with what I wanted to at least try to expand the streams on and such, because you know, like, I've already done a little bit with OBS, but like I wanted to try to do more and such. So like, as you can see, like, the biggest thing I tried working on was the chat and such, because I got a not an application, I got an add-on called Chat Ninja. Or something like that. Social Stream Ninja, that's what it was called. And basically, you have to. I try to get it to work on Microsoft Edge, but it doesn't work for some reason, even though it says it's compatible. So, you have to use it on a Chrome window, because I think add-ons just kind of work better on Chrome. And you have to pop up the chat to then be able to do stuff like this, because it's very StreamYard-esque and such, which is why I was actually kind of excited to try to transition to using OBS. However, for some reason, when I was testing it out on my laptop, it failed severely, and it just wasn't running for some reason. Because basically, I apologize if I'm constantly just looking at how the stream is going on, because now you can say I'm a bit too conscious about that now. But like, basically, I tested it out with someone before January stream, and OBS just was not running fluently on my laptop at all. So I just assumed this is probably just due to the fact that I barely have any space on my laptop. So I had to like just regrettably just go back to not OBS. I had to regrettably just go back to StreamYard and just try to test it out from there, because honestly, because we have with this format right here, and I just realized obviously you guys can't see the cursor, but the format we have right here, basically, obviously, I accommodated for the fact that I accommodated for cropping the camera and such. Not this exact one, but the one on my laptop. But then when I realized it just didn't work, it kind of like obviously it was infuriating just because, but understandably. But basically then we did that for 2 months, but then obviously when Zarkin and I were talking about him covering the Zillion driver, I I didn't think much of it personally because it was just like, oh, actually now I think about it, let me try to see my audio settings. But device properties, yeah, okay. So I'm 100%. I'm at 100% volume. So yeah, that's definitely on me. Or just like I'm just probably not talking close to the mic at all. But basically, you know, with Zriken and I, let me, and like obviously, like I would say this, like I do. Well, first of all, let me show. Like I have the chat on the side, so then like we don't have to keep doing that constantly. But like it's still like fun. Like this is still pretty fun to do. Like I still wanted to keep this element and such. But like basically, like Draken and I didn't really think much about it. I didn't. Well, no, I didn't think much about it because I just assumed that because Draken was doing it over on his computer and such, like I didn't really think much of it because I was just like, I just did the thing of like, okay, I'm just gonna temporarily make Draken a limited editor on the channel, just so then I didn't have to sign on. I didn't have to sign in on his device exactly to then just stream through my channel, but through still technically through his account. But then, as you guys know, it you guys basically experience the issues I was going through when I was test streaming off my laptop. That's basically what happened. And that's why I genuinely feel bad. Like I know Zriken felt bad, but he shouldn't. It is technically all my fault because like I should have probably pushed him to just do one test stream. But then like I just didn't really think much of it. Or I didn't really think much about it because like I just assumed that like with devices from a different device it should run smoothly, but it's just kind of weird that like down basically in terms of like downstairs I guess my channel does not like being streamed through OBS, but thinking about it now, I'm just gonna have to assume that it probably wasn't the right decision to make him an editor, like to make him an editor to like stream like from his channel to make like so basically he was streaming from his channel to my channel. Like it's not even a multi-stream. Like he was streaming on my channel through his channel, and I generally don't like we generally don't know what happened. So obviously I apologize for basically like unintentional sabotage because like I apologize for unintentional sabotage on Zyken's stream on Sunday. Just because like it was not my intention at all. And such. But wait, show up please. Oh, okay. Sorry, Megadong. I'm just trying to see how I'm just trying to see the, you know, time it takes from the comments to show up from the pop-up chat the to the chat ninja on OBS, because if it's like simultaneously, that's actually pretty cool. So then I don't have to look at everything. But yeah, like obviously there's some like there was some things of how Zriken covered it. Just because I didn't even tell him just to cover it the same way he did with the Vision Driver, because I thought it was just kind of weird that he decided to just do everything do everything under Regad Omega, all because quote unquote he doesn't in the show, even though I clearly told him to change into Gazer Zero for the sake of the Legend Riders. But then he was like, "Whoa, I need to switch back to Regad Omega." It's like, no, you don't. But I mean, like, yeah, like for me, like personally, I prefer it over the Vision Driver. But like, actually, like, I guess after like messing with it, it's just like it. I probably still wouldn't have gotten it myself, quote unquote myself. But basically, but it's at least a better toy than the Vision Driver. But yeah, I don't know. So basically, if we were to do like if Zyken were to do a stream on my channel again, to which like I don't know what that would be, just because you know Zyken obviously has transitioned into doing his own content and such. So I feel like maybe I do have to sign in onto his device to get it to work, as opposed to just making him a manager, or not a manager, an editor, and then just just basically making it as if he was on, like he was just my channel and such. Draken is doing a video on the Garo Ken when he gets it. Like I think what he told me, he's just gonna do an unboxing and like a first impressions kind of thing. Cause reasonably so, he's not gonna stream it because he wants more control. I apologize for this cutout. I wish personally, I wish there was a way for me to give a feather to these edges. Can I add a feather? Or is that a filter? No, I don't need a LUT. Image mask? No, I don't need an image mask. I need a feather. But yeah, so Zrekin is gonna do the Garo Ken as a video. Whenever, which I think he should be getting that by May, because he got the Chinese release. Yeah. Um, I'm just constantly, again, just looking back and forth, just making sure everything is running smoothly. Especially if it's basically just the two of us. So, um, yeah. Let me refresh. Alright. Alright. So, oops. Me. Where's OBS? The weird thing too is that like Chat Ninja on OBS, which is get what they call the stream social stream ninja. Like the way it's outlined here, it's just like basically like it tells you. Like I guess it's neat that it tells you that you clicked it, but like I kind of wish it wasn't permanently like green because of the thing of like, well, now I have to click it because of, just to have it all consistent and such. But I don't know what this wants me to do about my bit rate. It seems fine. My cursor or to show, but I forget that my latency is low. um, but yeah, basically, what I'm trying to get to is that like besides wanting to address the or the not uncertain the the unintentional sabotage. I this like I mean like I just finished working on something, and I kind of wanted to. Well, first of all, I need to act like I needed to use the first 3 days of this week to work on what I need to get ready for, but also just like to hit the not hit the quota, but like because obviously I always want to try to like stream once a month, but like it obviously, as I've already said a lot, it's getting harder to try to like it's getting harder to like try to find something to stream about because obviously with how much things that are getting cut down from like what I'm getting and such, um I basically had to hold back on more things and such because I initially did have an unboxing stream planned, but I don't know why Toku Collectibles hasn't shipped it out yet, despite the fact they've tweeted a picture about it, and I was like pretty psyched about it. But they apparently to Zraken, or what from what I'm hearing from Zraken, like he hasn't gotten an invoice on it, so it's just like what the heck. And I've already shared to someone of what the main thing about that stream was going to be. But I'm at least getting another thing for it just because Draken wanted to try out Premium Bandai US. So I was just gonna throw that in to that unboxing stream. Because technically we only have 2 of them. Well, I guess we technically have 3 of them left. It got leaked on Discord. I mean, technically it did, I guess. but only to one person. Can you do the Boom Boomger opening lyric video? Um, I mean, like, that is technically possible, but I'll prefer to just wait for the full version to come out in 2 weeks. Is it in 2 weeks? I don't remember. Didn't I retweet it? Latency is so annoying. Well, at least the second quarter of the Boys Are soundtracks are getting released tomorrow, or technically today, which is cool. But I'm pretty sure I did retweet the single. Yeah, the third, April 3rd. So technically the second. So that's good to know. It's possible, but um, that's cool. That's probably better than me. I don't think there's a live. I don't think she performed that song live yet. I assume. I don't think that's a thing yet. It'll probably happen eventually. But basically, um, this is why I like too. Like the emojis actually do come out how they're supposed to come out and such. And there is a feature, like I mean, I think there is additional features where you can have the emojis actually like you can do creative things with the emojis, but I think for me, just at least having them properly show up is like good enough. And again, it seems like they are properly showing up from the pop-up chat. But Emoji Movie 2. But basically, the purpose of today's editing session stream is just to kind of I was kind of hoping to like show a little bit of what I wanted to work on, or what I need to technically work on by next week, but also just kind of showing the things I've worked on the past 2 months, if you've seen the thumbnail already. But basically, yeah, I apologize. I keep just going out this window. So much windows I have to keep going through. But as you can see from this project file, or this sequence, the project file we're working on is basically where I do my video edits and such. It's just that obviously they're all unorganized. So for example, this project file was originally made for which edit? Belroba, Salty and Sweet. I'll turn on the desktop audio now. So jeez. Let me lower this down cuz it's not going to be great to be blasted. But so I guess technically this is where I worked on my Geats stuff. Cuz this was my first Geats video. I did and such. To which obviously this is the start. This was the actual like start of us or me basically actually utilizing a pretty nifty program I found when I was initially working on another project. But it's a vocal remover, or it's a background, or it's either one. I use it to isolate the vocals or isolate voices and such. So because obviously originally here, if I can find the actual clip that I had to extract from this, and I'll just put it there. It's called. So like obviously, whoops.
Guess what, everyone?
Nope. So obviously here, like so I had to like just cut this sequence out for as a clip, and then like had to. So then I can export it as an audio. Export it as audio, because obviously at that point, I'll get to that. Obviously from that this end part has music, which we don't obviously want. And then oops. We then exported that as audio to then make it become this. Yeah. So this is the instrumental track. So this is just it like it's really helpful. So like you have all the sound effects and such, but then this is the vocal track of it, which is like obviously it's a lot of blank space, obviously. And it's really interesting to like hear some of this. And obviously it's not perfect sometimes. Obviously it misses some sound effects, or some sound effects get blended in and such. But like for example, obviously for here we needed Belroba to say Belroba's audio for that. Can you make a Belroba ringtone of what? Like of what? What would she say? I wouldn't say I will say alarm, because that's what most people want. Like that's what most people suggest like K-pop idols to do in like fan calls. They like ask them like, "Hey, can you make like a wake up alarm for? Can you say like a wake up alarm for me or such? Or like, can you say something for me to like wake me up?" Blah. Well, what part? I don't. When does she say that? Is this how you made the Geats edit? We will get to that, but I mean, basically, this Belroba edit was kind of what like really started that, because the other one, this is the Cosmic Fury edit, but before this, no, the Cosmic Fury one was actually original. I forgot. This one was its own. Is this also Cosmic Fury? Or King Ultra Cosmic Fury? The Ryder wake up alarm. I don't know. I don't think you would want that. But yeah, okay, this is the cosmic fairy one. This is the second sequence. But let's try to find what I needed. Or what I wanted to actually. What started me. What the start of me actually trying to do more audio edits. Was it this sequence? I don't think so. This doesn't seem like it. Because I briefly showed this project file before when we talked about the lyric videos. This is my John video that I finally made after not 2 years, a year. To which the biggest thing with this one that I try to do, because this is the last edit for 2023. I tried. Basically, I've actually used proper color grading methods. Because obviously here we use the lumimetry color with LUTs. That's basically the highlight. Because most of the time we just used, like, if I were to try to find this Revi and Vice, what is, oh, this is cover your ears. Oh, this is the way. Okay. This is, oh yeah, it's because I made this in this. But yeah. So like, if we look at the Revice, when I did, basically, as you can see from here, we just use brightness and contrast, and then use adjustment layers, to which we just use tints. How much tints? We use noise and tints. And then color embossments and such, to which I don't. Not really the greatest. Because I think, yeah, even the Belrobo one used color mats, and we just use blend modes and such, to which, not bad, but it doesn't like give off like an actual like it's more just, okay, you clearly just colored over the original footage. You didn't transform the footage in any way, basically. So why isn't this showing up? What the heck? Wait. Don't tell me I have to delete the comments for them to show. Come on. Show me the comment. Come on. But okay, can I request a Raculous edit but make it serve? How? Because it kind of depends on like what, or like what we want to like. Well, I mean, you basically already said it, of like what the purpose, not the purpose of like what we want to convey with it. We want to do a video on Raculous that quote unquote makes him serve. Like I know technically that just means like, in the way I'll word it, just basically making him look good. This is stupid. Do I really have to delete these comments just for them to like pop in? Because why isn't this updating? Okay, come on. This is not fair. Pause. Why? Well, I mean, this basically paused itself. I want to see. I want to show these. Auto. Oh, wait. Text to speech. Come on. I want to show this. Streamlabs hates you? This is not Streamlabs. This is OBS. You hate Gotcha? Alright. A thirst. Oraculous thirst edit. Oh my gosh. Megadong, that gives me... that... You just brought up something I was gonna say. I don't know why this isn't updating anymore. It's kind of actually annoying. Oh my gosh, what the heck? You can make it beep? Send message. Well, like... I just want it to actually... Can I refresh this? Why isn't this working anymore? Oh, come on. Okay. So, okay, Tokupunk, you're here, but like... Why did this stop working? Oh, no wonder why. You guys are hearing the desktop. No wonder why you guys know about the beep, but... Like, Megadong, if we... like, I have something... Oh. The thirst edit, I have... I mean... For something I was conceptualizing, I did not know that's what I was making. That's all I can say. But, yeah, why did the chat ninja stop working? That's weird. But, anyways. Alright. What? The edits? I don't know. Tokupunk, we're just showing off previous ones and such, because I was talking about this Belroba one we did in August and such, because we were talking about audio editing and such, and I was trying to find the video that we were trying to see. We were trying to find the project that originally started this, or that originally kickstarted the audio edits, which I found it. It's just that it's auto saving. So as you can see from here, this is a weird one because this was Evil's. This was Evil's edit. Which it doesn't want to run anymore. But then, as you can see from, I guess... No, this is Drip Drop. This is the original, not the original. This was the previous stream opener. This is how it was done. If you want to see how Drip Drop was done, it's just a bunch of copy and pasting. And then I think we looped here. So yeah, there's Drip Drop. That's gonna be the last time you guys are gonna see that. And just the random clips. I don't know. Again, I don't know why these are in a Revice project. But then if you go all the way down here, well, first of all, I think this is... No, this is something I made for Geek Each Week. Megadong, you can literally, like, is it through Are you listening through it through the second channel? Because that's the easier way of doing it, unless you just find the original Twitter link it was posted at. This doesn't make sense. Why aren't comments showing up anymore? This doesn't, like, no, they're not paused. I don't think they're paused. But yeah, this so I guess we would talk about this Geek Each Week video I did. I literally had to capture footage of this Ninja Turtles game off of RetroArch because Chris mentioned which turtle, like Turtles 3 or whatever. Yeah, Turtles 3. I had to capture this just to get some gameplay. I mean, it's there. Yeah. Like because, well, Megadong, it was obviously me because this is I gave I submitted this. I submitted the Konami code because at this point I was just messing with Corey at this point with like what I can submit. So I just put in the Konami code, and then Chris somehow got it. And like obviously we gotta have Robot Josh. I'm sorry it's not running. Like I can pull up the original video. Obviously, I think that's what I originally had in mind. No, this is the compilation. But I mean, we can pull up a compilation version. But see, so it's just like I had to like obviously I never captured myself typing the search terms, so I had to like capture myself doing that. And you can tell I got it wrong. And then I'll admit I got some of the things they said absolutely wrong because get it didn't get to me after. Where is it? Because I can't do the compilation because it's just there's too much to scroll through. Nope, wrong video. This is drip drop, but this is not what we want. Where is it? It was literally called. Why? Like, yeah, Chris Thunderbolt Gundam in the Konami code. But like I feel bad because Aerosol's like response I got wrong because he said suit, but then for some reason I typed in Sue. But like I captured this footage, and then like I had to like I think this was originally I think this was originally 3 minutes. It was originally 8 minutes. Well, according to Chris, the Konami code was left, right, left, right, up, up, down, down, select, select, the BA start. Like this thing was originally 8 minutes, but I had to like cut it down. So I had to like, cause I had to cut down this section, so I had to just cut to the section of where Corey just announces that Aerosol won, even though Chris got the Konami code. But anyways, here it is. This is what we're looking for. This is the once and always video we did, because this was after, because obviously we heard that like okay they gave like Jason some stock voice for a good reason, and I thought it was funny. So this was the last video I did that used vocal remover To which vocal remover did not really do what I wanted to do, because if we were to solo the track here, if we were to watch this, you guys can tell, first of all, I didn't have much to work with, but second of all, like, vocal remover still didn't really do as strong of a removal. But then again, it's also just because I was trying to pull voices out of like scenes that had a song playing. But this was basically the main like reason why we did this video. It was for the sake of fake season 2 Jason. Because we just had to. And what? I think we could have done a better, like, obviously, with the program I have now, I think we can do a better job. But, so basically it was that video that kind of, like, kickstarted this whole thing of, yeah, we should try to at least rip audio and such, and then with, what do we have to mute? Well, I mean, I think this first part is fine, but, like, with this video, so, like, with this, so what this is, yeah, this was salty and sweet, but obviously if we were to solo these two tracks, no, I think we just want to solo, I think we want to solo that. Because obviously this is just, I just extracted the vocals. And then this is the instrumental. That did not play through. What the heck? Yeah. And then if we were, again, if we sold this track here, like, luckily there was already sounds of the Vision driver, like, activation that didn't have, like, the voice. So we just simply, like, decreased the volume as it went. And then we got audio, then, you know, we got the audio of Belroba saying Henshin without the standby going. Because then, obviously, then from this point on, we tried to mimic the Geats opening, but like I don't think I did it well, because especially the actual footage, because, like, you know, I didn't really, there's supposed to be a lot more distortion, but I cheapened out on it. But, like, I at least tried mimicking the masking, which I don't think this was it. No, because what I had to do here is that I used a wipe, because the wipe was the most accurate, well, was kind of the most, like, closest way of portraying how it was done. And then I think from, like, what I was able to get, and then, because, like, technically it wasn't as much, like, obviously to make it more closer, you would want to wipe just to have it be as close as possible to, like, the original. way it was showcased and such. But which then brings us to, not really, brings us to what you see like right here, like this mess of a timeline, because show up. Okay, but before we actually did this project, obviously we did the Cosmic Fury video, to which this, I think I've said before that this was in the planning state. This was planned since August, basically when they actually did announce the second half of King Oger, and obviously it was basically off of Twitter in jokes. So, because obviously this was gonna be posted on Twitter before being on YouTube, and I just realized my desktop audio was muted, so you did not even hear any of the solo. Oh my gosh, I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Togapunk, I literally just said it was because of Twitter in jokes. But man, I'm dumb. But but like basically, so obviously my whole intention was to try to be as close to Cosmic Fury, to the way the Cosmic Fury opening was made, but also obviously having to deal with the fact that I had to rotoscope obviously all the characters and such. So obviously, because of like here, for example, Gira is more portrayed like the Zenith Ranger, or technically I guess the Ghost Ranger. So he's gold here, but obviously when we move on to the second iteration, if it wants to show, I don't think it will show here. Obviously right here, Gira has been downgraded to red. But like, you know, like, also with this video, it's just basically fractal noise galore. Because this video is just comprised of fractal noise from After Effects, and because I genuinely did not know how to properly actually make these things. And so, you know, I tried. And like obviously in the case of like Prince, for example, I knew right away, because like I knew that I was gonna make a second one. So it's just like, we're gonna treat Prince like Fern. And like I feel like a lot of people are missing that like this is clearly supposed to just be like style like the Cosmic Fury opening, not like this is technically the King Oger opening. This is just, it's the Cosmic Fury opening just with the King Ogers. So like obviously we wanted to try to carry as much elements from the Cosmic Fury opening as possible that work within, like we're trying to basically take whatever elements from the Cosmic Fury opening. We're trying to take whatever of King Oger, like whatever fit well within Cosmic Fury and such. So like obviously Prince's inclusion here obviously makes sense because he is a King Oger character, but like at the same time, like we're portraying Prince as if he was initially a side character, because I think people are missing that like this is like, you have to like imagine this as if this was like the opening of King Oger when the second half started, and such. Like this is the opening that would play at the start of like the 2-year gap, which explains why like Prince is in the opening, but obviously he's not a ranger yet. So but then obviously we get the biggest Twitter in joke of Kaito, to which I feel like I have to explain, because obviously people can't put one to one together. That like obviously Kaito's here because of obviously Twitter in jokes, but also because he fills in the role of a legacy character returning and such. Because obviously when King Ultra started, people were like, "Oh man, can't wait to see Zenkaiser again for the 3rd year." And it wasn't even supposed to be Kaito originally. This was supposed to be Taro. I was going to go through the effort of getting like putting in like or just trying to like put in footage of Taro, like post, like trying to makeshift together post series Taro. So like obviously like meaning I have to do a lot of color grading to don Momotaro footage to make him white and such, but it's just like people are just gonna, it's gonna click with a lot more people just having Kaito in there. And then well, the version I'm showing here is the fixed version, which this one you can watch on my second channel. Just because of the fact that no one was going to watch it through the compilation, and I just felt like it was probably a smarter decision just to put out a newer version of this iteration of the video as its own, as opposed to just making it like originally like in an unreleased video and such. I have to make sure my desktop is on. Yeah, okay. So okay, hopefully like not hopefully, because the thing I had to add in the sound effects, because I heard from what I gathered from the original Cosmic Fury opening, it did have sound effects. Like obviously we needed the explosion, but like here for example is the only time you actually see Kuwagata Oger and such, because everything else is King Kuwagata Oger. So then for the second version I tried to do the opposite. We tried to show less of King Kuwagata Oger, because we want to emphasize the fact that Giro's downgraded. But like, I mean, technically here we did like a bigger shift than what the Cosmic Fury opening did, because obviously the Cosmic Fury opening because obviously first it was Zato and then Emilia, but then like obviously when they actually became the Cosmic Fury Rangers, they made it easy on themselves and just switched Emilia and Zato, such. But like obviously for the second one, which I guess it won't show here because it's not rendered, but like I took a lot more liberties with this one. Because obviously the biggest thing is that I know this is stupid, but to play in more on the joke, we decided to actually rotoscope in Juron and Kaito into the Kyoryuger crossover to make it more believable that these two were present. Like I didn't do a good job at it, because you can clearly tell like they're not lit up well, and like Juron is just has a lot of white space. But it's like, and like Juron lost a hand here, and like Kaito's getting washed out by the explosion. Juron is just not well blended, and like you can clearly tell. Like I think there's Green and like Cherry Green and Zenkaiser are too close to each other. But like I try to like I at least try to make sure that like that like Zenkaiser was rotoscoped because his cape is moving. But yeah, other than that, like this version was like part of it was already done because when I finished doing the first one, I immediately did Prince's clips. I immediately added the King Fury Red clips and such. Obviously, I just didn't because it wasn't until the end of finishing the first one I forgot about the transition, which I did not do a good job at because I struggled with doing the scene transitions because there's supposed to be like a panel transition and such. And like it worked from this perspective and such because you just take a mask and like you swipe it through. But then for some reason from this perspective it didn't work. So you can like I had to do some weird thing of where you take the same like I had to take this pattern or this keyframing for this section, but I had to duplicate it and extend it and basically shift it over to the other side. So basically you have to make it so the panels are originally here. Like you keyframe the mask here, you shift it here, then you have to keyframe the panels here to hop over here, and then you have to move the mask here, or like then you have to move the mask more back to then also shift there, and it's just very complicated. And then, of course, as always, Yanma's just not fun. Yanma and Jeremy did not have any material. Like, luckily, because my goal with this one at least was to get better, like, footage of the characters. Because all the other, like, the ones in the first one just were bad. Or were just ones that you would have expected. Like, even though, like, you can clearly tell the rotoscoping's not good. But, like, Kagarage, I'm very happy. I think he's probably the best one because he actually had footage I can work off of. Jeremy, I gave up on. Jeremy did have a clip, but I gave up. I gave up on Jeremy because Jeremy did not have anything. I was like, and like I was already satisfied with what we had. This was the original Kaito and Juron, but like it's just like Jeremy, I just gave up. So it's just like whatever. And then like Kaito, obviously we did it so like it actually timed with the footage. And then obviously we did the biggest thing. We added Raculus. Let me turn this down. We added Raculus. I know this clip is not the greatest, but it's just like it was only gonna be there for like 3 seconds, or even like just a second. It was like Raculus is there for a second, so it's just like whatever. Even though he's not centered or properly like edged well, it's just like whatever. And then obviously we had to coin in on like Curie or Gabatira being the bottom mech. And then, like, I added the zoom just to justify the sound effect. And then again to point in on Kaito's appearance, we added Don Zenkaio. I think I had to fast forward this. Like, I think from this point I can actually show it. It allows me to show it, but like I think Don Zenkaio's footage it's at 200% because I needed it to time with this. But I kept God King Ultra in here. Just I don't think I should have, but like then again, King Kuryujin doesn't have much footage to work off of. And then like obviously, this is basically in a reverse of how it was done in Cosmic Fury. Because obviously in Cosmic Fury, this is obviously where the Zenith Ranger was, and obviously I did the opposite. They zoomed in. I zoomed out just because, like, honestly, I think it just looked better. And like originally, like we would have done another. Excuse me. We would have done another cutaway to Zenkaiser Black, probably from like what episode? Was it episode 5? What episode did he come back? What other one are you watching, Togupunk? Was it this episode? Because he was at a cliff. No, that was done. Yeah, this we were gonna use footage from this episode or something. Like we were gonna use this or something. But oh, Jack's films. Oh, cool. But yeah, we were just gonna. I was gonna use that footage for like here, but it's just like I don't know. It's just like I didn't want to coin on it too much because like people might be upset. Big Jack's films? Is that a different person from Jack's films or what? He's a King Kong channel? Oh, okay. That makes sense. What the heck is what they? My apologies, Tokupunk. But here we just used After Effects' fill-in, like their like content fill and such. So I kept it the same just cause I could have fixed it, but I mean it comes out well here. Like obviously just kind of ignore it basically. But yeah, that was basically the Cosmic Fury. King Ultra Cosmic Fury edit. To which transitions to what this is. So this is... Yeah, this was the original... I don't know. Because like, I'm thinking there might be an extended cut. But like... So like, obviously, like, here we have the world just getting erupted from the Geats movie. And then like because of that we were just gonna end it off with like no results screen because the world's gone. And then we would have cut to I have to open it up. Then like it would have cut to this. Which then like,
이걸 막으려면 방법이 없어.
I've already
아니야. 그건
目を覚ませ。お前はそんなやつじゃないはずだ。
which this took me like 5 days to do. It basically took me 4 days, but that's just because of the fact I had to watch I had to watch the Espa episodes because of the fact I did not, because like I couldn't just blindly like pick and choose. I basically couldn't just blindly pick and choose of like footage and such. I had to like, I needed context of like the lines and such, or like try to actually find. Oh, I didn't even watch Geats. All I did was literally just, I can't show it, but like all I did was literally, this is how I watched Geats. I had to just go through here, find a section, make sure Ace said something I needed. Like I think I kept watching. I think it was this section I kept like trying to see if I could get something out of. What did I even get from this episode? Belroba footage? I think so. But then, no, I think it was. What did I have? I don't even think I got anything, but like, you know, just basically like, it's just basically like, you know, getting raws, try to like see if there's like, you know, for example, one of the original lines we were going to pick was this.
胸キュンストーリーなんて誰も望んでないのよ。あのオーディエンスをつまみ出せ。
ここから先は通さない。
Because I still have it, right? Here? No, no, I'm reusing it for here.
ここから先は通さない。
But like, obviously, this isn't like done yet. Obviously, just because. Oh, whoops. Because obviously, if you want it, well, I mean, I can pull up what I had to do to like actually make it, you know, to extract the audio. If it wants to open. Or like, I mean, in the case of here, it was just for visual reference. Because I think, like, obviously I could have just exported these as audio files, which I think it probably would have been easier, but like, especially because, but I don't know, like, I discovered the program I use can also take video, which is why I started pushing them out more. But like, if you want to see like the raw version of like this video, it's pretty bizarre. To which, like, obviously I had to turn off the first track just to actually get the audio and such.
너는 누구야? 이걸 막으려면 방법이 없어. 아니야. 그건
目を覚ませ。お前はそんなやつじゃないはずだ。
So like, obviously from there it's just a lot of background noises. And just, I think I think it's also just because so then you can actually see what footage we used. Because like, it's just kind of like, I mean, like, I didn't want to use audio that was like already existent in like previews, to which I made that mistake here because I didn't have the episode. So it wasn't until I actually watched the preview I was like, oh shoot, I already used a phrase from an existing preview. But I mean, we did something different. We spaced it out. No, we just cut it together. Because I think... Oh, I mean, I used the entire phrase as opposed to just... I think... The preview for this episode cut it short. But you can tell here, like, I just spaced it out.
너는 누구야?
The Espa clips were a pain. Because I can try showing how it was done basically. Just have to duplicate it. I had to mute the I'll mute the tab to make sure it doesn't just, you know, start blurring. But if we were to do SMCU episode 3, so if we were to pull this for example, so what I had to do was I go to more, I go to the description, go to more, show transcript, and this is how we basically this is basically how we determine which lines to add. So like we just click through, like I basically I read through this, I click this, make sure, then I play it, which yeah, I think I can play this.
왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
So then, like, you know, it's like, oh, okay. This, okay, Winter actually said this. Then I go to my timeline, and then I try to, I go here, and then just try to find it. And then just have to go through all this nonsense. Because, like, basically, obviously, the only way I can also identify is by audio peaks and such. So, like, for here, it's just like, okay, do they actually speak? No, it's just music. Because that's where you can tell there's a difference because of, like, the audio peaks. Because but I don't... you just go through here, try to, like... Where is this? Like, why can't I find it? So 607, okay. Okay, I think I passed 6 minutes. Wait, okay, so this is 40, okay. So 56. So then that means it has to be an hour 2. So then you just go... What the heck? Like, it's just... Okay, then it like goes to a motion comic, and it's just like, I don't need this. It's like, whatever. Come on, I just need some. I just need to find this. Okay, yeah, okay, here. So then, you know, we go. I already separated, so then we just go to here. I think. Oh, what the heck? Who spoke there? Okay. Yeah, then we just go to here.
왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
And then we control X. And then we bring it back here. I think. Wait. Okay, no. Okay, yeah. Okay, we bring it back here. Because this is where This is our stockpile and such, because obviously sometimes like we need, because obviously we need to construct the story, obviously, and such, and we need to make it work. So like I think this is a carryover, because it's just like I don't know what purpose to use this, but it's like, hey, we got a Giselle line.
오, 느낌 있는데?
Like I just obviously cut out when she said Navis. And then like here, like obviously we don't have the audio cleared out.
나도 이제 알 것 같아.
And then like I don't know, there we got a dramatic line. It's like, ooh, we can use this as like an end preview stinger. Ooh. And then like I still need a winter line, but I don't know what context to use this for.
왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
Because like it doesn't make sense. Like why are you doing this? Like what would Winter be saying that to? What, to Ace? What is? And it's just like all of this is just Black Mamba speaking. It's like that's not what we're trying to do. We already used this line. Oh, whoops.
그건
Yeah, this is fine because I don't have my stream on. So, that's why I triggered the sync out. Yep, we do. Yep. Yep. This is Navis speaking, and it's just like we don't even need like. That's the thing. It's just trying to find footage from these, and trying to make them work. It's like, what do they need these for? The heck? Wait, does this work?
근데 계속 데이터를 흡수해서 복구하고 있어.
I mean, we can use the first part. We can use the oh no, but like obviously it's constantly recovering itself by absorbing data is not gonna make, that's not gonna make any sense. And like, I don't know, let's try to like fit this in somewhere. Cause I don't know. Does this even work? What's this? It should be here.
仮面ライダーギーツ
링링
こいつのおかげで助かったよ
그게 무슨 말이야? 왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
ここから先は通さない
Does that even make sense? I feel like, I don't know, this feels disjointed. I feel like we need another, someone needs to speak, we need another like speaking line, but I don't know from who. It just doesn't.
仮面ライダーギーツ
링링
And like, this is bad because like I had to resort into using clips from a YouTube video. Cause then like obviously it was like here. Cause like I don't know. It's just you go through here and like okay, I guess it works. But like I didn't want to resort into doing that for the sake of like audio consistency, because like obviously we don't want something like this.
마이 이 여자가 내 여자다 왜 말을 못해? 으아!
Because then it's just like you have to try blending it. It's just like I don't know. And then like obviously there's a lot of background things I like probably should have addressed with like, because obviously most of the footage of Ace that we're using, so like obviously this for example is from the Gotthard crossover. And this is from Star of the Stars of the Stars. We just horribly color graded it and just I try to use as much material, side material as possible. And obviously we have this monstrosity. To which I can pull out the picture. It was called Ace with Us Drama. Yeah, Ace with Us Drama. Here, this is the original picture. This is the original picture we did, or I did, just to, like, have it out and such. And obviously we color graded it to, like, obviously match it and such, but, like, obviously it's still kind of, like, finicky in a way, because, like, obviously we had to, like, I feel like there probably could have been a better way of getting the flame on, but it's just like, whatever. And then, like, we rotoscoped Ning Ning in, like, whatever this room is called, the Goddess Temple or something. I don't know. This is my favorite part.
법이 없어.
Using another part of Star of the Stars of the Stars. It just... This happened coincidentally. And I had to match the camera bore transition to make it work. And I think I had to match the color grading of this to this and such. Which obviously you just do with the luminescent color. And, like, again, like, I'm surprised of how well this came
법이
out.
없어. 아니야.
Winter's just kind of here. And then again, this is from the Gotthard and Geats crossover. And obviously we have not Doom's Geats, Cross Geats here with a very obvious reveal. Because again, pulling up the Stars of the Stars. Because, like, obviously, as you can see from here, I had to, like, you know, we had to make it so, like, you can clearly tell he's not moving his mouth. Because I think I was originally gonna use this part. Because it did actually work. It did at least sync up, but, like, not really. But, like, obviously, again, we used this part right here. Like, obviously the color grading is, like, inconsistent, but, like, you know, like, we had to, like, at least try to, like, utilize our resources and such. Like, utilize outside sources. And then for what we did with that temple, I think this is all we did. Like, we just took this clip of Kayla, and then I tried to, like, remove him. I tried to use the content fill in After Effects, but it didn't really come out well. So I ended up just doing what I should have done in the first place and just going to Photoshop and just cleaning off the edges. And then basically just, because the thing is that this place practically is a PNG file, so I didn't really need to make it a video. So I just did, like, extra work all for nothing. And then obviously Ning Ning, we had to rotoscope, but I don't know what happened because it cut off a second. And then the preview. Obviously, this was the first thing that was done, because obviously it's simple of doing. And then we had to remake. We had to remake this section, which was just, I don't like working with glitch effects. I always struggle with them. And like obviously we couldn't even find a font that actually worked. So it's just like whatever. And the worst part is that I have to redo this, or you have to redo this every time, obviously, because you have to adjust it for the text. And it's obviously that gets annoying. But yeah. I think that are the main points. Because the last thing technically. Okay, that actually showed up. I had to blur out the watermarks, honestly, because just to make them work. I would admit I probably could have done a better job at it, or probably could have just made it a smaller circle, or like made the feathering a lot better, just so then it blended a lot more. But why won't you open? Come on.
仮面
I am capturing the. Okay. Yeah, because like you can clearly tell it's just weirdly blurred at the corner. I feel like this is the best one, but that's because there's barely. Also, this one too, surprisingly. But like this one at least has minimum camera movement, so it's just like. I think like After Effects was at least able to like read the area. But then like it kind of struggled here because or it's just the feathering is just not good. It got better, but like and like surprisingly Winter's sections aren't too bad. Like they actually blended really well. It's just this section and this section are pretty bad. And like this section too because I did the method of making them After Effects compositions. I lost the properties I originally had on them because I had to redo the fade-ins. But like obviously because I no longer have it no longer has anything to work with because it's considered a new composition, so like it doesn't have anything to go off of, so it'll basically only work off of like the first frame. It's not like it basically didn't have making it an After Effects composition lost its continuous nature of it basically. So I had to do like a very complicated thing to bring back the blur by just simply by like basically making a new mask to the blur that replicated the original blur and basically making sure that you don't see it before you see the actual blur. No, that's not it. I took a part of this, I overlaid it on here and made sure it blended, so then it looks like the blur was there even though the blur isn't. So yeah, now with this one I don't know what to do with it. Or like we have some like or like the implications that we have here. Oh, I forgot to point out this, but this was an illustration. Illustrator. Oh my. Open. Let me open. No. This wasn't something I had to recreate out of Illustrator. I had to remake. Oh, whoops. I had to remake the barbed wire corner by just literally going on it, like going on Illustrator, using the pen tool, and just trying to roughly recreate it and such. Just because, like, I've been having a lot of fun with the pen tool, like just doing stuff like this, because it's just like, wow, like I don't know why I never thought to do this. Which is why we have things like these, or the text bubbles, even though these are not, those aren't it. But technically what we actually used them on was more of like where is it? These. This is basically like, you know, just trying to recreate like the Bandai way of how like phrases and such are laid out and such. And then oops. My where are you? And then this one is a secret, but I'll show it. This was something I did back when. Oh, yeah. This is a spoiler, but this is what I wanted to work on. But I had to recreate the player tags for Geats. This is probably the most intensive thing I've done with not After Effects, with Illustrator. To which I'm like, I think it's all right. I feel like, obviously, again, we don't have the text, but again, whatever. Some things just didn't go as they were supposed to be, like the circles. I don't know why the circles or the hexagons just didn't really work out well, but it's more just like, I guess it's as long as people don't really pay attention to that. Because like doing these lines were kind of doing the lines were atrocious. And like looking at like here, for example, just like this line is like, why is there like this flat end there? But here it's like a perfect square, but not here. And again, stuff like this, these should not be touching technically. But like, you know, it's just again, it's just just here too. It's just like a lot of these a lot of these sections should not be touching, or like some of these sections should be filled. Oops. And this, I don't think should just be like, this should at least be like here at least. But I mean, other than that, it's like, I guess an effort was made, but like at the same time, it's just like it could have been better. But yeah, that's kind of, I think, everything about that one and such. Because looking through the last one I actually did, which I think, yeah, it's down here. This was a video I'm not too happy with this one. Oh, what is... Oh. Okay. These are... Technically, you weren't supposed to hear those, but oh well. But, let's just make sure the stream's fine. I want to make sure that it's not... I want to make sure that it's still, like... You know, no restrictions. But, just cause, like, obviously, I don't want to get a copyright. Right. Even though it won't be too bad, but, like, this is not a video I'm happy with. This is, like, it's just unfortunate because,
仮面ライダーギーツ
but, like, because like, this is where I think it's kind of an issue of, like, okay, like, I just did this out of, like, oh, because I was basically too eager to actually try to work something with this, which doesn't really result into good. It doesn't result well for the most part. Because I tend to hold back on, like, urgent ideas because, you know, when you irrationally basically push through an idea that, like, comes through, then, like, you're not going to get anything good unless you actually have, like, a really concrete idea what you want to do with it. This one was more of, like, well, I want to work this song onto something, and it's just like, sucks for me, it didn't work, and now I'm just stuck with a sucky video. And, like, I tried to do visual changes to it, but, like, I couldn't because there was just too much things to deal with, like, muting it. But, like, because, for example, like, I wanted to change the footage here, but I can't because I have to... There's a transition. So it's just like, well, great, I can't do that. And, like, I tried to change out... I tried to change the opening by removing the X forms because I wanted to revert it to when it was Operator Bushido and Valorad, but then I couldn't because the crediting is different. So it's just like, I was kind of stuck in a rut with this because it's just like, well, like, we're not transforming anything. Like, we literally just replaced the audio, and, like, the audio doesn't even fit. So it's just like, we didn't achieve anything out of this. The only thing I'm like happy about is how this ended. I didn't even know I can make a transition like that. And, like, obviously it's with the standard constant power. Because obviously it's just more playing around with its position and such. So, like, I'm happy about that. But my biggest issue with this edit is that it drags. Like, it's such a long drag. And then, like, it doesn't even time itself well. Like, why would you have that part playing when in the original it hits the chorus? Because I think what we originally wanted was something like this. Like, something like that. Or, you know, that, like, when you have that, like, beat, you have to, like, sync these things together and such. So, like, when you get the... see Agito, huh? But like, so it's just kind of like the issue too is like here. I had to delay the song severely. Like I at least like I had to input the sounds too and such. So you know, like this is like
奇跡のモンスターケミーとケミーカードを手にした3人の若き錬金術師たち、それぞれの思いを胸に彼らの戦いは加速していく。
so like you know like I'm happy that like that came out well. Like obviously this was the most important section and such because like I kept it to how it was originally done in the opening and such, which is it's out of sync because basically the audio plays before Spanner even says henshin. I've seen with the yeah, because again, it's just like this is what like because like I mean I get the sentiment of doing it and such because that's obviously that is the unfortunate thing of just like you have an idea of like, well shoot, like I want to try to like do a song like a song replacement thing, but then it just fails. And like I feel like they're kind of like though like it's basically like a trial and error kind of thing. That's why it's kind of why I haven't done those kind of edits in a while, just because like if you want like basically if you want this certain footage to work with this audio, then you're gonna have to remake everything. You're gonna have to remake it. Like you're gonna have to do it out of scratch. But like obviously like again here it's timed with I think it's timed with Rene. I don't know, like because again it was a weird tidbit I found. Like it's kind of weird that it wasn't really timed. But like obviously like most you're not gonna really see that because obviously it's covered up by the audio. So what is this? Yeah, and then like obviously I had to have the original Gotchard opening to like just make sure I had it things timed because obviously this peak right here is that. What is this? Okay, I guess I just had the song here. Okay. But other than that, like turning off the source footage, I call it. Like I don't know, I don't know what footage to even use here. Because it's just a mess. This is like a mess right now. Nope.
仮面ライダーギーツ
リンリン
こいつのおかげで助かったよ
그게 무슨 말이야? 왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
ここから先は通さない
So it's just like I don't know. Like that's what we have. Oh, what the heck? Because it's just like we can't even like the issue is that we can't even pull anything from the drama, like the I'm the drama stuff anymore because we exhausted that footage because like I mean like maybe Giselle, we can probably use Giselle, but like for the most part our footage is exhausted because it's just like what footage are we get from like Winter killing someone? like what are we gonna get from this? Like this is like it's not relevant to what we're trying to spell out or like what we're trying to like put together, but like I don't know, like why is this so loud? Like, I don't know, like, maybe this works. Maybe this footage works, but like, I mean, it's just like, you know, we just take this stuff here, and it's just like, all right, we just. I'm sorry, but it's just like, oh, jeez, this is why I don't like working with the sources. I know this is technically the way you're supposed to, but it's like, I don't like it because it's like, it's so loud. But it's just like, because like, you can't even adjust the audio. Because like, obviously, clear, I don't want this. Because that's why we're at this portion we're at right now of just like, okay, we have to watch the music video and try to figure out what we can use out of it. So like, for example, if it obviously actually works, because it's 4K and it doesn't want to run here. So like, for example, here we can go frame by frame as this struggles. Okay. So like, we can use this shot of Giselle, for example. Like, again, the issue is just trying to create context as to why we're utilizing the clip. And my magnet, for some reason, turned off. This is the annoying thing. It's just like, we have to like, this 4K footage just doesn't want to work. Or like, I don't know, maybe we can, like, because like, obviously it's also trying to like figure out like, okay, like, should we try to just keep this at the same location, or should we try to put it in somewhere that's actually going to be more relevant to like the story that's trying to be portrayed? So like, for example, here, while we can use these, but like, at the same time, it's like, well, we can actually try to just make it blend into what we're trying to present. What is happening? I can't see any, like, I mean, I can't see things, but it's just like, it's so, and it's not even because this is not even because I'm streaming. This is just how it is, because this section right here is where our footage goes. So like, for example, right here is this footage of, oh, whoops. Like, just Winter, like, walking around, because my initial plan was to rotoscope in I had to find it. Even though I think I could just go into here and find it. Yeah, our initial plan was to use this, like, rotoscope this ace into this scene, but now, like, obviously it doesn't really make sense, because he's clearly shooting, like, Ace is clearly like aiming the Geats Buster on the ground. And obviously this scene right here, like, I mean, like, you know, we see him pointing it up, but like, also obviously, like, we have this bench right there, and it's like, well, do we rotoscope the bench then? And it's like, obviously you have to accommodate for the lights or like the explosion because of all the light reflecting on him. So it's just like, how do we rotoscope? Like, it's like, obviously, here's the thing, it's possible, obviously, but I think in a case like this, it's probably just better just to wait for the movie as opposed to just working with this footage and like trying really hard to like justify it into this part here and such, because I think the issue is that it's just going to look awkward. And this is the part we just got. Yeah, there's that. This was originally supposed to be used, but like, I mean, we don't want it sub Tokupunk. It's not that we need to wait for it to get subbed. We need to wait for it to actually get released. Cause like, that's still there, and like, this was originally supposed to be used. All of these are winter. Cause like, I mean, like, Tokupunk, it does work, but like, we just have to use it in a small manner and such. Like, again here, like, cause it's just like, it conveys Ace. Cause like here, it's just like, oh look, it's like Ace looking up in the sky, and it's like, oh okay, like, you know, it at least is passable. And also, like, you know, it's just better to like, for this kind of stuff, it's just better to like actually try to actually trick not trick, but like, you want to make it more believable that this is like an actual thing, obviously, because to most people that might approach it, they're going to be like, oh shoot, like, you know, you want to make it actually look convincing that like this is like official thing, which is why you utilize material that has yet to actually been officially released, or like not a lot of people have actually are aware of, which is why I decided to use parts of the teaser for the Gottschalk and Geats movie and the movie, or like insufficient parts of the movie. Like, for example, this is the ending scene. This is the ending scene of the movie. I just color graded it to be I just made it more pink apparently. And then like, obviously, like here, for example, like, you know, it's like, okay, like we've already established Geats 9 from this part and such, so it makes sense that we need to find footage of Geats 9 from the Gottschalk and Geats movie. Because the issue is that, obviously, like, we actually want to make it challenging for people to pick out what was like used and such. Like here, for example, like, obviously people are gonna be like, oh, that's from episode 16 of Geats. And same with nope, we don't want that. Why is Karina so loud?
그게 무슨 말이야?
But like, you know, like here, for example, we'll mute this. Oh, what the heck? How? How did the chat get fixed? It's not even showing up. Oh, okay. There, now you can actually show up Toku Punk. I don't know what happened. Wow. Alright. That's funny. But basically, like, so like, for example, this part here. So obviously this is from the music video. And like, we have to try to, Karina's too loud. But like, so like there's this here, and then like we gotta deal with this Boost Striker footage. So like what we will do here, first of all, we pull out from what we have left. We will copy the luminescent color from. We'll copy the luminescent color and then go to comparison view. And then we will go to. We'll change the. We would change the timestamp to properly reflect what we want to adapt our color palette from. And then we just go to apply match. To which, as you can see there, it's not really that good. So at this point then, I will just simply just reset. I'm honestly probably just gonna reset this because this is probably not gonna work. It's not working clearly. As I think the stream is now actually struggling. Because now we'll probably actually have to do the opposite. Yes, I know the bit rate's low. So, like, obviously, we want to transform this into a night scene. So, we'll just remove that and copy it. I forgot we can just reset there. Just trying to reset this because I don't think it's supposed to be purple. So obviously we can do we can do a lot of things. We can apply a LUT and such, but I will quickly just for me to do that, like, I won't show that, so hopefully that still comes around, but jeez, okay, this is annoying. My LUTs got resetted. So basically, like, you know, I'll utilize the LUTs I got from my video production class. Instant color grading. And just try to find one that, I don't know, try to find one that will, like, make it look, that's the annoying thing with the LUTs. I wish that you can actually preview them, but you can't. Because I think I tried to actually look for LUTs last time, but I don't know. Like, obviously, I would prefer to try to color it as close as I can, but that's that's just gonna be a lot more memory, I think. Do I really not have like LUTs that will make it dark and somber? I don't know. Okay, I guess we'll. Yeah, we chose a LUT called Dark and Somber. To which then we would just go to temperature. Tint? I don't know, because that's the issue. It's like trying to make. Oops. Trying to make things that were day into night. Obviously, not really. It's not fun. Or just because it's just. I don't know. I don't think it will work. Yeah, I don't think this is the issue is that it's not gonna work because like I don't know, maybe the saturation. Because the issue is that we have to basically try to find a way to like make. We basically have to reduce the white, I think. If you can see. Okay, no. But like we don't want to make it so like the footage is not like viewable. Like we want to make it at least look like it's night, but like in a way that will just make it pleasable or passable. So like again, I think these are technically more LUTs. Yeah, okay. So like there for example, we made it more blue, but like it's not really giving off night, I don't think so. Fade. Oh, okay. We don't need this. I think yeah, the intensity is what. See, like the issue is that like obviously the best way of approaching this is just altering the original footage itself first. So then the two can like actually like so then it's a better way of passing it off as opposed to what I'm doing. Obviously, like just adjusting this one is obviously going to be a lot more difficult because obviously we have to try to pass this out as night. Even though technically the explosions should not be affected. Obviously, if we really wanted to, we can we can mask around it obviously, but like I don't think we will. But we will try to at least give some light. Because the issue is that we can tell it's too blue. It's too blue. And I don't think it's adjusting. I don't know why it's not adjusting, but yeah, I don't get it. I did not mean to save, but we're trying to undo. Okay. But like I don't know, that's basically like what Like, obviously, then you can go do the same thing with this. You can go luminatory color. Go here and just do the same thing of just to, you know, again, get the two to be even. So I can just do like, just jump 1 second and such, and then just do apply match. I don't think that did anything. Well, it made it more bluer. But I can try applying the same LUT. Yeah, okay. So we'll raise the temperature. Just a bit. Exposure too. I don't know. Oh gosh. Just raise it. Raise the exposure just a bit, so that, like, so then you can actually see it. Contrast? Okay, but I think we want to add contrast, not take away contrast. Okay, yeah, okay. I think we're getting somewhere. Shadows. Oops. Okay, yeah. I think this one's definitely looking a bit better. Just because it's already night. But it's just like, why is the night very blue? The stream, oh no. I can just tell it's kind of choppy, but basically ads will run shortly for some viewers. Wow, I feel bad. But I think oh god, okay, I don't think we want to apply one of these two. I don't know. Or apply a different one, maybe. Neutral? I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. We'll take a look. Turn off comparison view. And then just go through. I think we did the basics. It won't run anymore, so that's how we know we actually did well.
무슨 말이야? 왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
ここから先は通さない。
This is like obviously this is like just a jumbled mess right now.
リンリン
こいつのおかげで助かったよ
그게 무슨 말이야? 왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
ここから先は通さない
The issue here is the lines are too short.
ここから先は通さない
Cause
ここから先は通さない
I don't think you want just empty space here. Like again, if we were to I don't know, go to like episode 23.
帰る男になるんだ
誰よりも心がたまらない
ゾクゾクするような世界を私に見せて
Because you want to fill out as much of like you want to cover up the song as much as you can.
俺だ
またグランプリ
あるからな
お前を超えてみせる
力を合わせて叶えよう
As you
母さんこそが創世の女神
as we go through this.
ギーツかバッバかこんなくだらない世界全て終わらせるエースの生き様を取り戻す
Because you know that
俺はデザグラを許さない
oh,
次なる
さよなら姉ちゃん
俺はデザグラを許さない
because like again if we go through this preview for example.
ギーツ次なるステージに招待しよう
So that's one phrase.
そのゲームの名は
Okay, so those are two lines from Suel.
これ以上ゲ
That's the sound effect.
ームを苦しめないで
That's the third one.
さよなら姉ちゃん
Fourth.
俺はデザグラを許さない
See what like, you know the thing is that like again they have long lines, or like at least like 5-second lines.
ギーツ
ライダーを狩るチャンスだよ
Okay, that one's interesting. That like you can tell from there was like a second pause.
する世界か否か仮面ライダーギーツ
ライダーを狩るチャンスだよ
姉ちゃんは俺が守る
見せ物小屋の動物にもう餌は必要ない
私にも叶えたい世界があるんでね
Because like you want to try to like obviously you want to try to fill out that space as possible. So like maybe we won't start it right away. Well, like technically we didn't,
リンリン
but like we might have to shift the audio a bit just so then like I don't have to like so then we don't have to try to like stretch ourselves out.
リンリン
こいつのおかげで助かったよ
그게 무슨 말이야? 왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
ここから先は通さない
Like I don't know. The again the issue is it's like nothing makes sense.
リンリン
Like I don't know. Like nothing makes sense.
リンリン
Like it doesn't like I don't know.
こいつのおかげで助かったよ
그게 무슨 말이야? 왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
ここから先は
Like I don't know. This one's definitely more like we're really reaching things.
こいつのおかげで助かったよ
그게 무슨 말이야? 왜 이런 짓을 한 거야?
ここから先は通さない
I don't know, like, cause then like maybe we have to change Ace's like last line. Like maybe this one has to be a back burner one, because we genuinely cannot muster anything.
ドエンド請負人ふざけた野郎だ
ツムリを利用させるわけにはいかない
No, that won't work.
手をくれ
あいつが
we don't even need any of these episodes. Like, you know, maybe like here. Does Ace speak here?
存在ペロバはなんでナーゴを狙ったタイ君もそれに利用されてるに違いない
Oh, that's we don't need that because none of those characters are here.
続ける限りそっかさラパン
No, we don't need the pound.
彼女の身が
Oh, like, what about this section?
ここにつむちゃんが当然その幸せを踏みにじった罪悪感もだよ
Yeah, so it's just like, because it's just like, you know, again, the issue is that like we basically already exhausted our Espa footage. So that's where it kind of gets muddy, because it's just like, what are we supposed to do? Why is this a lot more bluer? And it's just so loud. This is the blank one. This is, yeah, this is Star of the Stars. This is drama. We've already cut the majority of what we need from drama, but it's just like, I don't know. What more can we even get out of drama? Cause like, there was a part of Giselle I think I was gonna get. If it wants to run?
Drama.
No, wait. It was back here. It's just... We have to steep so low just to get footage that will be workable. Oh my god, no. Ooh. I think it was this. Go, come on, work. I apologize if this is louder. Is this louder than my microphone? Yeah. Because it's one-sided. I never checked this. Wait, I need to check to see if this is actually going... If this is going both ears? We're fine. We're fine. Okay. I need to have dinner eventually. Cause I'll probably, I don't know, maybe in the next 20 minutes or so, but like, cause basically again, it's just, we're struggling trying to find, or still just trying to find material and such, but I'm just excuse me, I'm just looking at making sure everything's fine. But mean, technically we need this, but we're not using it right now. Where are you? Okay. Also, Tokupunk, I guess the chat is broken again, which is kind of weird. Okay, so, jeez. Okay, so, for the sake of this, let's get the last frame and then go backwards. I'm muting this. You guys don't have to suffer through this, but I will. This is not working. I don't know. There, whatever. I'll check whenever this actually wants to properly run. But, because it's more just like trying to find footage that will, like, we'll think is deemed worthy of being, like, being fit for, like, the scenario we're trying to build. Oh god, why? Okay, mute. This entire thing is getting muted, which I hope means it will actually run, but I guess it won't. No. Oh, okay, now it's actually running. Wait, wasn't there... Because I thought of a dumb part that we could do. No, okay, wait, it's... Okay, yeah, here. Work. Tap. Okay. These city scenes, I think we can abuse them. I think we have a... I think we can use them. Because I thought of a dumb thing. Okay. Okay. No, we have to cut on this frame. So again, we don't need, because then with this we go to our mandatory. This can be turned back on. We can go back to our Geats folder and go to episode 15. To which, again, I'll clear out. I'll clear in and out so then we can actually go through the entire episode. Oh, whoops. I mean, I think I did actually just do it from here because it's at least easier. So, basically, our goal here is to find a clip of Command Twin flying. Okay, so we will just... Okay, yeah, I won't let you guys have to deal with this. Jeez, so loud. Man, okay, no. We need, like, is there no clip of, like... We need, like, a good, solid, like... We need just a good frame of Command Twin. Like a body shot. That's canon. I mean, I was going to say that could have worked. I don't know. See, like, okay, I think this could have been suitable, but if it wasn't for that explosion? Okay, that failed us. Okay. There was no good scene of Command Twin. What? Now I have to look up what episodes it was in. Because I'm pretty sure that's probably its only in-show appearance. Scroll through the Ryder wiki to find Command Twin. Okay. Canon. No. Jet mode. Yep. Well, episode 16. Oh, yeah, of course. Canon? I mean, at least they both have 3 episodes, I guess. Alright. I think I do have 16. Pretty sure I do. Is this 16? No, that's 20. That's not the right folder. No, I don't have 16. Man, okay. No, that's not it. Alright. I'll skim through 16. And don't worry, I have the desktop muted. Because I did watch through 16, because I was going to use it for Punk Jack stuff. Or for something for Punk Jack. Okay, well, I mean, that's the raisin form. Like, we just need a frame of jet, like, Geet's jet flying. Okay, there's the twin set. Oh, like, wait, does that work? Wait, did we find a frame? I think we found our frame. It's because the thing is that, like, I think it's fine. We don't need it moving, like, because we can do that ourselves. Okay, now I have to get episode 16. Alright. Hopefully this is quick enough, just so that I can at least show the part that we're gonna use for that section. Great. But let me watch through. We only watch through more of it just to make sure that it is, or just to see if there's more better choices. Because we're just gonna stick with a still frame. Oh wait, but we can't use that part because it has a blast. It has an effect. Okay, no, we don't need glare. Okay. Yep, there's Punk Jack's demise. I do. Okay. I think we got what we need. But I don't think it'll finish in time. Let's make sure this is actually running. Okay. Wait. Oh, wait. Well, no, that's like the other side. And again, there's an effect. So it's not gonna work. And we don't need a Ryder kick. I mean, wait, no, technically, I think we can. I think we can use that footage. I know I know I apologize for not being able to show or not showing the footage, but it's just yeah, okay. I think we got a final shot at least. We're gonna use the Ryder kick portion. Oh man. But we don't need this anymore. But I think it is getting late because like now it's like dark in this room. I need to turn on the lights. But I'll get the foot. I'm getting the footage right now, but it's just I think because there's so many. Jeez. But I'll just say, like, you know, thank you to Magadong and Tokupunk for arriving to the stream. I apologize that it didn't really come in like a better notice, but like, you know, I at least just wanted to do the stream in case that we don't actually get to do an unboxing stream. But basically, like, I'm happy that this actually came out a lot better than you know, this went as smoothly as it did. I need to figure out how to, I guess, get my bit rate higher, I guess, because I keep seeing my stream bit rates constantly like it's basically just bad. And I don't know how to fix that. But at least we know that this went well. But I like obviously this is basically what I kind of want to this is what we probably have to transition the streams into, just, you know, just random sessions of me going over how I do my videos and such. Just because I think it's fun and, you know, it's at least you know, like, I guess it's at least informative and something different as opposed to just doing like the unboxing streams and such. Like as much as I would also like for the unboxing streams to be in this quality, I don't think that will be possible, sadly. Unless, I don't know, we do something very complex of like if we made the stream run through my, I don't know. Just because it's just kind of weird that if it's not a device thing, or if it's literally a device situation and not like no, that's not what I want to get to. If it's literally not a device situation and more of a account, like just I don't know where I'm like streaming at, then like it's weird for sure. I genuinely don't get why I can't do the same layout that I can do on my computer, on my laptop, or no, just downstairs in general. Just because it's still bizarre that it's still bizarre that it didn't even work on Zarikin's end. But we'll have to just proceed with it and such. So we have 5 minutes left. I mean, no, we're 5 minutes from 3 hours and such. So what the heck is this? I'm just my bad. What is that? But basically, I think hopefully next month I can actually do the unboxing stream. Because technically we only have, I will say for sure, we only have like 4 more left. Technically, we only have 4 more unboxing streams left. Whoops, I shouldn't open that. That was not even the right application. Yeah, okay. I probably have to. If I actually want to get this episode, then I'm probably going to have to just let my computer run. But, yeah, I think we only have like 4 more unboxing streams left. Because we have the one I mentioned earlier, which again I'm not going to spoil. I don't want to spoil the majority of them. Like, the only one I can spoil are the the only one I can spoil is that what is this? But I'm sorry. I can definitely say, because I mentioned it already, so or I mentioned them already, but basically there's at least going to be an unboxing stream comprised of just, again, backlog stuff of like the things of like the toy releases of like, oh, we didn't do this until now kind of thing. So that's, I mean, it would have been this month's too, but it was just like, I'm still waiting to get one thing to get it complete, and like obviously there's future things that obviously will get their own dedicated unboxing streams. So like, I mean, unboxing streams are still going to be prevalent. It's just like, it's just now it's the matter of, well, we're either going to get an unboxing stream or technically an editing session, technically. Even though we didn't really do much editing, we only did color grading. And like, you know, I just kind of want to, I don't know, I guess be able to like teach something. Or like, what? Why are you still reading? What? I still want to like be informed. I still want to be informative about like the editing process, even though it's probably not a good idea. But I know, like, technically it's not technically a good idea to like put out like your techniques and such, technically, because you know you don't want people copying your style and such. But I guess that's why like I just try to be like, or I try to give like the bare minimum or like, the basics, and then like you can go on and form your own techniques and such. But there, we reached 3 hours. I feel like I don't think that was necessary for me to do. So again, just thanks to everyone that joined on and such. And I apologize.